What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Prayin and Slayin Podcast. Welcome to the Trailhead. My name is Aaron, your host, and this is mile number 2, manufactured hardship. This morning, after some solid iron supplementation and sprint sessions, I took the opportunity to sit on my favorite back porch chair and listen to the whistles of high school football, morning practice in the distance, and the sounds of our neighborhood coming to life. It's just soaking up the humid morning air. After a few minutes, I noticed the tiny chirps of sparrows coming from inside a pillar that I'd been watching and trying to deter a pair of house sparrows from building a nest in for several weeks. Despite my best efforts, they had been successful, and by the sounds of it, they have a clutch of hungry chicks in there. I sat back and watched as both mom and dad flew in and out with mouthfuls of food, annoyed that I'm sitting there, but undeterred in their mission to take care of their babies. As I watched them simply carrying out their life, I realized how crazy it is in our human world that we have everything we need to survive at our fingertips, but somehow we still find a way to manufacture hardship in our minds and make us feel like we have it tough. These sparrows always have enough and are never worried about doing the work to find out what they need and make it happen. We, on the other hand, manufacture a reason we can't do something in order to gain a handout. The sparrow's head's constantly on a swivel, taking in real-time inputs from its physical surroundings, and has incredible depth perception to perfectly land on, take off from, and fly anywhere it needs or wants to at any given time. We are so comfortable in life, live through a phone and TV screens, that we seem to have lost our depth perception of what's hard and what's easy. We get in our own way by manufacturing a reason that something is hard, and when we do that, we limit our ability to fly towards our calling. The sparrow just exists, freely doing the work it was created to do, freely spending time building life with its mate, freely bringing home food to grow its family, freely taking in the world around it, unfiltered, and planning its next move in the moment, because it knows its place, its worth, and that its creator has planned its future. No screens, no filters, just perfect life and the raw happiness that comes with it. Matthew 6:26 says, "Look at the birds. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, for your heavenly Father feeds them. And aren't you far more valuable to Him than they are?" Today, as I watched the world wake up, I took inventory of my life. The air is here to breathe. Food is on my table. My family's by my side. The inside of the house is cooler than the Texas midday heat. The grass is growing beneath my feet. The sky is still blue. I realize that when things in my life are bad, it's because I've been manufacturing hardship that is a symptom of comfortability over intentionally manufacturing hardship that forces my own growth. We grow when things are hard, and things in our 2025 life are really not that hard most of the time. We aren't fighting a world war currently. We aren't sitting in the Great Depression. We are in constant reach of comfort, and if we have the ability to complain, we're simply too comfortable. The sparrow doesn't complain when it's hot out, it just figures it out. The sparrow doesn't complain when things aren't perfect. It builds its nest with what it has, and it loves it. The sparrow doesn't complain when it has to do basic things just to survive, because it just has to. I have always known that I tend to thrive personally when I'm out of my comfort zone, but I realize today that it is so easy to be comfortable in today's life that we have to invent hard things in our life to intentionally reset our depth perception. I lifted weights and ran sprints this morning because life doesn't demand it of me. I have to push my own spiritual growth and carve out time to sit with God and His Word because life can seem to be going so well that God can easily become an afterthought. I take cold showers or cold plunges because it forces me to do something uncomfortable and force my body to feel what survival looks like and just get through it because life doesn't naturally do that for me. I mean, think about this for half a second. We have it so good in our lives that we have to intentionally create hardship for ourselves. Think about that. This morning it clicked that we have the option for intentionally creating hardship in our life that pushes us to grow and keeps us focused on just how good we have it. And if we don't, our minds will manufacture pretend hardship for the sake of believing that something is, quote unquote, hard. And especially on a day like today, the anniversary of 9/11, and in the shadow of yesterday, which is a day that'll forever be remembered in American history, 9/10, where Charlie Kirk was tragically assassinated, I can't help but think about what real hardship looks like. Charlie was a man who stared hard conversations in the face with faith-filled fire. He challenged people to do the uncomfortable, to step into truth when it cost something, because he believed that faith and conviction were worth discomfort, and that a better world demanded courage. And I think, too, of the men and women who had hardship thrust on them without ever even asking for it, on 9/11. The firefighters and police who ran into burning towers when everyone else ran out, the soldiers who raised their right hand and went off to fight wars that lasted decades, the families who sacrificed at home, the first responders who carry scars, seen and unseen. They didn't get to choose hardship, but they have to choose today how to live with it and how to find peace on the other side of it. Their example reminds us that real hardship refines us. It proves that faith and sacrifice matter, and it shows us that when comfort is abundant, we shouldn't waste it on complaints or manufactured struggles. We should steward it with gratitude and grit. I challenge you today to lace up your boots and intentionally do something that seems hard for you. Maybe it's just getting up and staying awake for an extra hour earlier than usual just to say you did it. Maybe it's getting out for a walk. Maybe it's talking to a stranger. Maybe it's blasting that cold water, counting to 5 and jumping in for 30 seconds just because it's hard and you want to do something hard for yourself. Do something to show your body and your mind that there are actual hard things in life, and that real hardship builds character. You're going to manufacture hardship. Figure out how to manufacture it in a way that grows you. Until next time, keep praying and slaying.